Hey everyone, I'm starting a new Excel series from today. It'll be very crisp. It's just 10 minutes of lessons that fits your days from my 4 years of real world analytics. It can be a path to your entry level job confidence. Before we start, let me show you how to access online Excel if you don't have an offline Excel on your desktop. You just need to go to your URL search bar and then enter excel.new. Once you enter it, you'll get a window to create a Microsoft account if you don't have one, or else you can log into a Microsoft account which you have priorly used. So it's just 2 seconds of login where you'll just enter your Microsoft account ID, you'll get a PIN code to your email, and then voila, you'll have an online Excel spreadsheet on your screen. Once the data analysis is done, it's the visual which is very important to a person who is seeing it to understand it. So first I'm concentrating on the formatting of cells. So these formats are usually the same as what we have in Word document, Microsoft Word. So just reiterating on it, Control B for bolding, Control I for learning, Control U to add an underline to whatever you have, and then Alt H A C to center align. Let's say here it is towards the left of the cell. Alt H A C, it will bring it to the center of the cell. Also, in my shortcuts, you can observe I have used plus mark and the hyphens. So the plus mark indicates that you'll have to press and hold the control key and then press on the U alphabet. Whereas for Alt, it's just you click on Alt and just leave it. And you can see all the alphabets here. So all these alphabets, once you click on it, you will be able to access any of these functionalities within that particular tab. For example, if I click on H, you'll see all the shortcuts which are here. So the formula which I used is Alt H A C, which will bring it to the center of the cell. So although you can learn these shortcuts on your own by just clicking on Alt, the intention of the series is to keep you prepped with very required amount of shortcuts so that you don't get confused moving forward, and usually used in the data analysis field. So the other shortcut is to wrap the text. So let's say a text is spilling outside the cell. If you want to wrap the text, you can just do Alt HW, and then you have deleting options. You just need to click on the delete button and you will get all the contents deleted within the cell. As you can observe, although all the contents got deleted, it doesn't delete the formatting within the cell. So if you want to delete the formatting within the cell, that is the last shortcut which I have written here. It is Alt H E and A, which is erase all. Okay, so once formatting of cell is done, this is a high level which is basic requirement for a data analyst. So I'm moving to the selection of data. So you have a data here. Although this is just around 6 rows of data or 5 rows of data, you can just manually select it. But let's say there is a lot of data, like around 1 lakh or 2 lakh of rows. So how to select the data? To select a particular column, you'll just click on Control, keep it pressed, and then click on Space button. So if you want to select a particular row, then it is Shift plus Space. If you want to select the whole data of the particular region, let's say there are two data sets, like let's say it is here one, and there is another data on the side. So if you want to select just the data which is on your selected area, it's just Control plus A. If you want to select the whole sheet, again press on Control plus A, which will select the whole sheet. Now, if you want to select the data which is below the cell which you have your cursor on, it is Control plus Shift plus down arrow. Similarly, if you want to select the right side of data, Control Shift right, similarly up and left arrow. Now, it is for selecting the whole data. If you want to just move towards the last row in your data, it's just Control plus down. It will go to the last row. Control plus up will go to the first row. Similarly, Control plus left and Control plus right. So this is how you select the data. Now you know how to select the data. Now let me move to how to copy or cut. I know this is a common command, but this is for just those people who are starting with these usage of Microsoft accounts. So if you just do Control C and paste it somewhere else by Control V, so it is not doing any changes to the older cell from which you're copying the data. Whereas if you do Control X and place it on a new area by Control V, you can see that the prior cell wherever the data was present, it is not present now because we are cutting it and pasting it somewhere else. It's not just a copy. Now, for pasting, I showed you that we can do Control V. But what does Control V do? So let's say if I select this, I do Control C and do Control V, you can observe it is copying everything in the sense. So in Excel, you know that we can add formulas. So along with the value, formulas, formatting, like I had all put the borders, I had put bold formatting, I had put background color. So everything is getting copied by Control V. But let's say you want to just copy the data into somewhere else. So you can use Control plus Shift plus V. So as I again iterate, plus sign indicates that you're pressing and keeping all the uh, tabs or keys which I'm mentioning here. Whereas hyphen will say a sequence. So you need not press and keep it. You can just press and leave it. So this is how you paste just the values by Control Shift V. Now, if you want to paste all the varieties of types like however you want, then you can use this Alt H V. Alt plus H and then V. So now you can see onto the left, the shortcuts which I said, Control V, Control Shift plus V is already present here. So if you want to just paste formulas, you can click on F. If you want to just paste formatting, you can click on R. Now let me try R. You can understand that the contents are not copied, but just the formatting is copied. So if I write something here, you see the bold formatting is still there. And even here, whatever formatting I had priorly added, that formatting remains the same. Now let me again show you the remaining things. So since I didn't copy anything, so they are grayed out. But if I copy something, it will show here. So you can link to a source, keep the source column width. So let's say this one, which is present here, has a column width of whatever like 10 or 20 column width. So but here when I pasted it, you can see that it is the column width is same as whatever priorly present in this particular column. But if I want the same column width, I have copied it. Now while pasting, I'll use Alt H V and you can see the shortcut here is W. So I'll just paste it here W. So as you can see, the column width is same as whatever I copied priorly. And then the last thing is transpose. Transpose is very useful whenever you want to convert the columns into rows. So if I do Alt H V T, so as you can see, the metric and values were columns, but now they have become rows. So this is how you use pasting function to paste it in different ways, however you want. Now comes the most important area, which is very important for data analysts, that is sorting, filtering, and deduping. So for sorting, what you do is, so to select the data, you do Control A. Even though you don't select the data, it selects the data within the area wherever your cursor is present once you use this sorting function. So for sorting, the shortcut is Alt. Whenever I'm clicking it, please observe. Then I click on A because it is the data level of changes which I'm doing. Formatting is in home, whereas data level changes, it comes in data. And then I click on S. So it'll pop up a window of how I want to sort it. If you observe here well, so you can see that it has selected the old table on its own. I didn't do Control A, but still it's selected. And then you can see on the top right that there is a checkbox for my data has headers. So I'll tell you what happens here. So now what we are doing is we are sorting the things here. So as of now, you can see that this product column is what we are sorting by. So it sorts this based on the alphabetical order based on the product column. It took it on by its own. We can change it to whatever we want. Let's say I want to order it by the name of the people. And then it asks you on which to sort it on. So whether it is the cell values means this John Smith, Sarah Lee, etc. Cell color, let's say I colored one with red, one with green. So if I want to order it by color, we can select this, or font color, and then conditional formatting icon. So conditional formatting will come later in the tutorial, so you need not worry about this as of now. Then you will get an option to sort it either ascending or descending based on your choice. So now I was saying about this, my data has headers, right? Let me do this unchecking and then click on OK. Oh, as you can see, it has considered even the column headers as one of the values and tried to sort it, which is not we want. So I just did Control Z, again back. Now again Alt A SS. So always keep this check mark on so that it doesn't consider the column names as values. Now let's see into other opportunities which we have in sorting. The other one is adding few more hierarchies. So let's say I ordered it by the name of the person. Now I want to order it by the product as well, because let's say if you see these examples of 105, we have two values here, David Clark and David Clark, which are same, whereas we can see their price is different. So let's say I want to order it by the highest price a person has taken. So post name, I'll order it by price. So this is what we can add, a few more hierarchies. So after what ordering, what else do I need to consider for ordering? Now, what does delete do? Let's say I added something by mistake. I want to delete it. I don't want to add any sorting anymore. So I just can delete it. Now copy. So I created a formatted sorting here. I want to copy it. So I'll just select this and click on copy. It will create a copy. And then we have this move up and move down icons. If we click on move up, you can see first name is the first hierarchy. Second is price. So if I click on this, price will go up. Got it? So I don't want it. So I clicked on go it down. Then we have options of sorting it from top to bottom or from left to right. What does this mean? Top to bottom means you are ordering it based on the columns. If I click on left to right, so it will order it based on the row numbers. As you can see, row 6, 7, 8, 9. So it will shuffle the rows, values within the rows based on the order, ascending order or descending order. Usually we use top to bottom. So let's keep it. Again, let me select the name and then let me select the price. So once this is done, that's all you have in sorting. You'll just click on OK and voila, you can see that it is arranged in the alphabetical order and you have values as well arranged from, since I selected ascending, so it selected 30 and 40. Now this is all about sorting. Now let's work on filter. For filter, the very small shortcut is Control Shift L. So it will add filters on the top of this, as you can see, and you can also see that there is a icon here which has got highlighted. So if I click on this, it will go out, again it will come back. So the shortcut is Control Shift L. So in filters, what you can do is you can select for whichever value you want. Let's say I want to look into Emma Wilson only. You can just select it and click on apply. It will filter for that and you can only concentrate on Emma Wilson. So let me clear all the filters from this. So once filter is removed, you can, the next thing which I want to show is deleting the duplicate rows. So as you can see, this row is a complete duplicate. We need to remove it. Similarly, let's say this row has also almost similar duplicates except for this price column. So now let's see, Control A, or even if you don't do Control A, it will select the whole region. As I said, Alt A for data and M for removing duplicates. Now I selected everything, and as I said, this checkbox works the same. So if you don't want to include my headers, you can checkbox this so that it considered as a header and not a value. So if it has selected all the columns and tries to identify columns with duplicate values and just removes it. As I said, it has removed this Emma Wilson. Let's say I want to remove the duplicates of this David Clark as well, irrespective of the price. So Alt AM, same case. I'll just uncheck this price column so that irrespective of this price column, wherever the value is same across the rest of the columns, it will remove those rows. So let me click on OK. One thing you can observe here is it removed the number 40 and not the 30 because 40 was in the second row. So always the highest priority will be given to the first available row of the duplicate and keeps the first row and deletes the rest of the rows. So yes, this is all about the first tutorial. I'll see you in the next tutorial.